Hello, my name is Mike. I am Victor Alpha 3, Mike Charlie Tango, and today I want to run through how to use RMS Relay from the WinLink system to actually link into traditional email systems like Thunderbird or Microsoft Outlook or something like that. Today I'm actually going to show Thunderbird. It's fairly easy to configure and it didn't mess around with my own systems. What I have on the screen at the moment is three main components. Top left is RMS packet, which would be a way of actually getting things out through a radio system. I'm not going to connect to that, but I have to have it up and running in order to work with RMS Relay, which is the second system here. RMS Relay really becomes a hub for local communications. So typically when you work with WinLink, you have a client piece of software called WinLink Express. You connect to an RMS station, a radio messaging server, and then that then connects into the worldwide system called the CMS, which then actually distributes email around to different systems based on when you actually then want to download it from the system. What RMS Relay does is at the local RMS station, that middle tier, is it will say things like, if there is no internet connection and I can't reach the CMS, what do I do? And it allows you to actually hold on to messages locally, and then other local users can then actually connect into that system and collect their mail without it having to go to the bigger system over the internet. So it becomes a very useful and very powerful system when you are talking about emergency communications, when there is no internet, but you still want to be able to send email around your local providers. What I also have on the screen here is Thunderbird. This is the top right hand side, and I've configured it currently with two email addresses using traditional email mechanisms of what we call POP3, which is a post office protocol. It's a way of collecting your email, and SMTP, which is a way of sending your email. And they have to use traditional type email addresses, which is great because that's exactly what WinLink actually has behind the scene. So VA3MCT @winlink.org is my official kind of internet version of that address. Obviously, when we're just talking radio language, we just use the call sign without the @winlink.org. But the whole point of WinLink is that capability to run in multiple scenarios of connected to the internet and working with real email systems, and just radio connected with just really focusing on call signs. So let me show you what we can actually do with this system at the moment. So I'm going to send an email from the VA3MCT to VA3MEO. So this is kind of inside the system, so you just have to bear with me as to what's going on here. So I'm going to write a message. It comes up with a screen. It's coming from VA3MCT. I'm going to send it to VA3MEO, and it's already used it before, so it knows that's the address. And this is going to be test for demo 1. Let's copy that into there, and then I'm going to send. So as I send this, you notice it tried to make a connection there, and it did. So it's already now in the sent email. This test for demo 1 is ready to go. So it already has gone. On the RMS Relay, that has become the server for that connection. So now that email has gone from my Thunderbird system on the right into this system called RMS Relay. RMS Relay is now holding on to that message because it's got no connection, no internet connection. You can see I've set up at the moment. It's got no internet connection to the outside world, outside the realm of the local systems here. So we can actually see this message in this system. If I refresh here, you'll see that there is an email that's actually being held. It was being sent by VA3MCT. It's been sent to Victor Alpha 3 Mike Echo Oscar, and it's test for demo 1. So it's being held right in that system. Now I could connect in from another system like Thunderbird, which I'm going to do in a second, but I could also connect in using an RF system into the RMS packet, which would then say, there is an RMS relay that's connected to me here, and I can actually go and get it. Now, as it happens, what's happened here is that the Thunderbird system has actually gone out and checked for email, as it happens, while I've been doing this demo. And so now that email is in this test for demo 1, it's already picked up that email. And if I go back here and just do a refresh, you'll see it's now gone out of the system. So we've sent an email from VA3MCT using the official email system email address of @winlink.org, and it's been picked up by Victor Alpha 3 Mike Echo Oscar. Okay, let me do another system now, but I'm actually going to send it to a user that is not connected to this system. So I have a list of users defined in the system. Look at the local users. So Victor Alpha 3 Mike Charlie Tango and Victor Alpha 3 Mike Echo Oscar. They are considered local users, and this can be a dynamic list. It doesn't have to be a fixed list, which is what I've currently got at the moment. And it will keep local users in that list for a period of 30 days. So as people don't use the system, they would drop out and go back to traditional WinLink systems. But this just enables local users to stay in the system. Okay, so let's just try and make the internet connection actually valid now. So I'm going to go into operating mode, and I'm going to take out this. There's a button here called Simulate Internet Outage. I'm going to turn that off and save that away. Okay, so now it's going out to the internet and actually checking for incoming messages. And we also have this now, instead of saying no internet connection, it now says CMS upload enabled. So what I'm also going to have here is this is a separate machine, completely separate machine, and it is actually connecting. Actually, let's do it properly. Let's actually connect over packet. Let's open that session. So this is actually going to connect over a real radio RF connection into my systems to go and collect that email. Let's just check if there's anything there at the moment, just to get that out of the way. And with this email address, there probably is not. Okay, that's good. So it got to the end of the checking with the FQ signal. It's disconnected, and there was nothing that was brought into the system. No new emails. Okay, let me now go back to the Thunderbird system, and let's send an email out. So I'm going to send it from VA3MCT. I'm going to write an email, and I'm going to send this in this time to VA3YEM. It needs a real email address because Thunderbird doesn't understand call signs, it understands email addresses. So this is test through the RMS relay to external addresses. Let's copy that into there. Don't need to do that, but it's just for completeness. So we've got a subject and we've got the body of a message. I'm now going to send that. And again, it was sent, so it's gone into the system. Okay. If we go back and look at RMS Relay, you'll notice here it already says successfully uploaded one message. So now that it knows that there is a connection to the internet, it's able to actually forward that on. If I now go back to my actual WinLink Express, which is Victor Alpha 3 Yankee Echo Mike, and actually do a connection. Now this is actually going through the CMS, the full WinLink system. And you can see there that it's picking up a message. It's receiving it. It's received it through actual packet radio. And now you can see that there is a message within WinLink, and it's test through the RMS relay to external addresses. So very quickly we've shown that you can actually hold two or three things actually that we've seen here. One is that you can actually use a traditional email system to connect into WinLink systems through this thing called RMS Relay. That RMS Relay is capable of either holding onto those messages where they can locally be picked up, or it can actually send them on, if there is an internet connection, into the CMS. This is through the internet, just traditional way, but those messages can then be picked up in that traditional way from the RMS system as well locally. Hopefully this has proved interesting enough that you might actually reach out to me. So my call sign is VA3MCT at gmail.com, or even through VA3MCT at winlink.org. That would work too. So hopefully this is useful, and thank you very much for your time and watching.